What temperature do you like? On the warmer side, a little lukewarm?
Warmer side will be nice. Yeah.
Okay, just let me know if it's ever too warm or too
Okay.
cold. Do you have stylers in your hair or just shampoo and conditioner?
I just have shampoo. I just did a cold wash yesterday.
Got it. So the fact that there's bubbles coming out, this is technically a little bit of buildup.
Okay, I see.
So because your hair is naturally on the coarser side, it doesn't always buildup doesn't always feel oily to the touch. Sometimes it can actually just be dry because this is part of the reason that I'm more into pushing water into your hair is your hair can absorb water. It can't absorb oils to a certain extent. So if there's residue from a co-wash or from a conditioner, it just leaves it behind on top. It kind of coats it. So what I would do, just in general, whether you're styling or not, spend a little extra time rinsing it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just rinse out some of this. I don't necessarily need to use like a clarifying shampoo or a detox. This isn't like a crazy amount to me at all.
How often do you recommend doing like a clarifying shampoo?
So technically, if you don't engage in habits that cause buildup to begin with, you don't really need a clarifying shampoo. Clarifying is great for when you start to feel like your products aren't working anymore. That's usually it's an accumulation of buildup. But if you're styling with more water, your hair isn't usually holding on to as much product.
I see.
So that's one way of doing it. Rinsing your conditioner out thoroughly. I would say, like, I know you like to use oils. I personally am not the biggest fan of oils, but I'm not going to tell you don't do it. The only reason why is because, like, if you were to break the cast, let's say a lot of people like to use oil to break the cast. Honestly, if you push enough water into your hair, the cast is pretty breakable once it's dry. So oil can feel at first like a great way of kind of like reducing frizz. It'll actually contribute to frizz over time just because it doesn't hydrate the hair. It just sits right on top. One reason that people do it is hard water. So if you're traveling here in the US, unfortunately we deal with a lot of hard water. Do you find that its water quality is different depending on where you are?
In Japan is very, I guess, soft, or like the opposite of hard water. Your skin's gonna feel very soft. And with the humidity, it's just like you're always in like steam. I guess it's not dry at all. So the hair blows up like crazy. So it's very hard to style in the summertime.
I can imagine.
I use a little oil so the water doesn't like come into the hair too much. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Thank you.
You can hold up that mirror for me. So I'm making sure your hair is as soaking wet as I can every step of the way. This is where I'll repeat water product, water product. I'm gonna add a little water to about 2/4 size amounts of shampoo. And because this is not a clarifying shampoo that has sulfates in it, I'm gonna emulsify it in my hands and get the bubbles going. I just add a little bit of water. So these products are really dense and water activated. I'm gonna push that against your hair. And you can tell I'm really just kind of pressing against the roundness of your head. And that's so I can spread that product everywhere. Before I start scrubbing, I'm going to quick dip under that shower head water and start scrubbing. So see how that one little move just started activating those bubbles? Because I know you just shampooed. So your hair should be pretty relatively clean. So we can even get more bubbles from it. So I'm gonna do 2 rounds of shampoo. This is not gonna be over the top stripping to your hair, but I would say feel free to watch, but honestly, I would feel how thoroughly I'm shampooing. So you can set that mirror down and enjoy the shampoo.
Yeah, it feels really good.
And whenever you think I need more shampoo, before you think to grab more product, add water first. So I'm gonna rinse this fully, and then we're gonna do it one more time. We're gonna see how many more bubbles we get. Double cleansing when you do your makeup, or sorry, when you remove it, you just like do a makeup remover, and then you go and cleanse it. The same concept. When you do once a week, do you normally double cleanse?
It depends on
like how your hair is feeling.
Sometimes I just do like a clarifying shampoo. I usually just do like a regular shampoo and conditioner, but
the reason we like this brand is because it's all natural and organic, but it just calls for a lot of water. But I always tell clients, no matter what products you're using, I imagine using more water actually just works in your favor. So even if all you took away was the technique, you're gonna feel and see a nice difference in your hair. When I go outside and it's humid and you have nothing in your hair and I have product in my hair, your hair is gonna poof and frizz, right? Because it's reaching for the moisture in the air.
Right.
Whereas like if you style your hair with water to begin with, your hair will just curl up and actually be even more defined.
Right.
Because it's just gonna reactivate the water and product that's already in your hair. I like even like steam from a body shower, or even like a light drizzle of rain or like misting spray can sometimes refresh your hair.
Right.
So this time around, now you can hear the shampoo. Not the whole time in the shampoo bowl, you're gonna feel me adding water as I go. Because otherwise it'd be wasting product that could just benefit from more water. Can you feel the difference?
Yes, I can.
Sometimes frizz comes from the fact that we don't cleanse our hair as well as we could because we're reconditioning and restyling on top of buildup. Almost like someone who gets acne and puts makeup on back again, but they didn't cleanse their face properly. So after I do that, I do like to massage the shampoo down, just so that the buildup is not trapped in here. I'm not going to detangle, but I'm just pushing that water and shampoo in there. And it's almost like a pre-detangle. But yeah, we will rinse this all out and then go into conditioner and styling. Conditioner. We're going to use the Color Radiance conditioner. It says daily on the bottle. You don't have to use it daily, but it is a nice medium moisture level. Which even if you weren't coloring your hair, I would still suggest this one. The names in this brand are a little different. Similar to the shampoo in the sense that your hair is going to be soaking wet. I'm going to add water. And I'm going to thin it out so it's creamier. And then I'm going to go right into massaging your ponytail. So this is where you're the driest, where the tangles are the most. But you see how I'm just massaging? I'm not really tangling it. I'm just pushing the product. And your hair is absorbing the bulk of it. Make sure the water's a little warmer. And now, whatever's left on my hands, which is not a ton of product, I'm going to press on the surface. I'm not going to get into your roots or scalp. And now, we're going to feel the difference between just pushing it on, or just putting on the conditioner, and actually like getting it in your hair. See how I'm already able to run my fingers through it? I'm not even using a brush yet. But your hair at its cleanest can be less tangly too. And then you can also use a flexible bristle brush just to make sure it's fully detangled. But as you can see, not an issue at all. And look how much faster that was compared to shampoo. I'm gonna add water. Add water. Now you have that towel there. So now I want you to run your fingers through both sides and tell me the difference. What's the difference?
This one's, I can feel like it's less tangled or
Like it's silky.
yeah, like it's not too tangled on this side as well, but
you can tell your hair absorbed the water and conditioner, right? Where it's just kind of sitting on top of that side. So I don't want your hair to feel like this side. I want it to always feel like that side. The main thing you're gonna learn from me is how important shampoo is and lots of water.
I always tell my followers like seaweed hair is like what we want.
That is exactly what we want. Yeah. So before I rinse that out, I'm gonna take that water and I'm just gonna scrunch it towards your roots. We call this squish to condition. You can even take a section and do it with the water. Like as you rinse it out, make sure it's cool or do that warm. But as you're rinsing, you can push that moisture in your hair. You hear that squishing sound? That's the moisture we want in your hair. And then we'll rinse this out entirely. We don't want to leave any of those bubbles or residue behind. And then styling from here, I feel like is subjective as the outfit you pick, the makeup you wear. It's kind of entirely up to you. But I do feel like the more water, the better. The Sweet Spirit leave-in conditioner. The top because we abuse it so much, the cap gets a little clogged. When you use it at home, it's fine.
Okay.
Just be abused. This is the I Create Curl Memory. So they call it a styling jelly. It's just like it's not like your traditional gel, but it is part of it. Okay. And then we'll go in with a volumizing foam. This I'm gonna save at the end for when you're foot forward.
Okay.
As if you're forward in the shower stretch. I mainly want you to focus on how I'm applying water and product to your hair.
Okay.
So to begin with, your hair is going to be soaking wet. Just think water product. That's like the easiest way I can summarize this. Go ahead and feel this part of your hair. It's already drying and evaporating.
Right.
So now we're going to get water in there. Get it nice and soaking wet. You're going to feel the difference water just makes before I even put any product in there. The idea is to make you more water dependent, less product dependent. So go ahead and feel that.
Just water.
Just water.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's softer, right?
Yes, yes.
Right on top of that, I'm going to use the leave-in conditioner. A little bit at a time. You can always add more. Massaging the ends, especially where that reaches. I focus on the ends and work my way up. I drizzle water. I don't rinse it out. But go ahead and feel that. How does that feel?
Yeah, it's a lot softer.
A lot softer,
Yeah.
right? You can even tell there's less frizz just by the touch of it, right?
Very smooth.
Yeah. No. I like to thin it out, easy to spread. I go right for the ends. Work my way up. I just don't want a ton at your roots. The very slightest amount, if anything. Because otherwise it takes forever to dry.
Right.
More just because it's calling for it. So I like to aim for that, first that soft slip with the water and the leave-in conditioner, and then that seaweed-like feeling with the gel. So go ahead and feel that. Does that feel like seaweed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Juice is gonna come out.
Juicy curls, that's what we call it.
Yeah.
But if you, and it's not finger curling because I'm not doing the individual curl.
Yeah. I'm
just massaging the moisture and the product in the hair, so then it can actually recoil the way it wants to. The waters. But ideally, you would have been in some version of this position the entire time.
Right. Thank you. Basically, if you see my videos, I'm wearing a bathing suit.
I'm only adjusting the back because that's where you were laying. You don't have to do anything back there. So this part you don't have to worry about. Basically, you want nice smooth clumps before you start drying. So if they start to look thin, dry, and frizzy, they will reflect that when it's dry. So I pretty much already got the clumps that I want, but I'm gonna break it down just to pretend you were doing this in the shower. So ideally, you would have got your hair soaking wet and gotten your product and worked all the way up, right? Quick dip, next product, working up, right? And then you repeat on the other side. You're gonna use the in-between of your fingers to massage and smooth the clumps in your hair. And you want to go forward because gravity tells you to go this way. By bringing it forward and over-directing it, you're going to get a lift up the roots. So it's not flat to your head. So there's plenty of water and product for me to still run my fingers through. And the fewer the clumps, the more uniform and full your curls will be. So it looks like it took some away, but if you think about it, it's actually fuller here than this side. So we're doing the same thing on the other side.
Is there a name for this method?
Yeah, I would say just wet clumps with your hands, no brush. I would only use a brush to get the tangles out, but I would still go in with my hands out. But I'll give you creative freedom on that.
Okay.
If you come up with a better name than me, I would give you full credit. Okay, so now you've got nice full clumps, right? Now I want you to shake your head like a puppy. Shake it back and forth, that's okay. Perfect. Do you see how your hair bounced up a little bit? That's your natural reflow. So now I'm getting that volumizing foam. This is the most lightweight product I'm using, so I can use a lot of it. And I'm not going to go through the clumps anymore, reset them up. I'm just going to lace it everywhere. So it's completely fine that I'm on your roots. I'm not going all over the place. I'm going on the inside and the outside. But now, we're going to scrunch this section by section. You see how much water that is? But then look at this one section.
Wow.
It's very full, right?
Yes, it is.
And still a little to love. Sorry about your boots. Look here, right or left. So scrunch all the way to your roots. Can you see it? Still very defined, right? You can hear how much water that is. Did I get decent angles? Yes. And this is the hard part. It's like, I'm gonna use this. This is a microfiber towel.
Okay.
This or a soft cotton t-shirt. And just very thorough scrunching. I'm like, you can feel my hands pulsing.
Yeah.
I'm not like kind of being vicious on your hair and just bouncing it up and down, up and down. I'm intentionally getting the water out. Where you can still see lots of definition, right?
Perfect.
The corners for me. You're gonna flip your hair back like Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Give it a little baby shake. And then come back nice and straight. So this is essentially what we want to look like coming out of the shower.
Okay.
And you can see how well defined that is.
It's like you finger coil.
It looks like a finger. Sit underneath.
Okay, I might get one of them.
I'll send you a link.
Yeah, thank you.
Lower airflow and just kind of hover like this. So this is basically what that hoodie dryer is like. And so what I would do, what I usually recommend to clients is get your roots nice and dry. You can already see there's like a little bounce there, right? So when you're doing this to yourself, get the top so that way you get that definition nice and defined. You can go side to side, kind of drying your hair. Kind of flip it forward. Basically move your head around. So like even just me tossing my hair around, you can already see my hair is bigger and I haven't really touched it. That's kind of the idea with the diffuser. So I wouldn't go on the strongest airflow. Whatever heat you're comfortable with is fine. It's not burning your skin, it's not burning your hair. So I would say go dry the top, go forward, go side to side, and when your roots are dry, you can continue air drying, you can continue diffusing. But especially if you're a definition person, I would just kind of hover most of the way, and I would avoid the ends because that's going to dry really fast on their own. But if you want to pick some different lift like this, go on the lower settings. Again, the heat is up to you. Airflow, I would say, start slower. But when your hair is closer to dry, so 80% dry or more, go nice and slow. I would not be too aggressive in doing that. But if you do this too early, you're going to create that frizz and get more of that triangle kind of shape. So that's why we get the roots dry. It takes longer to dry.
Okay.
And then you can finish this way and have all the definition plus the volume. That makes sense. Have you flip forward.
Okay.
I'll give your hand a nice big side-to-side shake. Perfect. So you won't feel me run through your hair with my fingers. Just gonna move it around my Shake it again. Okay. Toss it back. Shake. There you go. Go ahead.
So crazy.
How soft does it feel?
Oh my god, it's really soft.
Right?
Yeah, it don't feel like anything. Yeah.
It feels more like your hair,
Yeah.
right? So this is like where you can put your final touches, like, oh, I want to encourage it a little bit here. You know, your hair is actually very malleable. So while it's still wet, things can happen. Just a tiny bit wet, but I mean, we pretty much got it.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, but now you can see like your looser part,
Right.
your curlier part, because it's more layered.
Right.
And it looks
Yeah.
so pretty.
I didn't know this part was like this
So
perfect.
curly.
Yeah.
Remember I told you I wasn't gonna really finger curl much at all.
Right.
Just to see what your hair likes to naturally do. And it is. It's doing the thing. And it looks so full without it being just over the top thing. So I feel like you got that balance of you're really well defined, but it's not flat.
It works well with the highlights.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
In fact, well, the funny thing is that when you hydrate your hair, it actually kind of rejuvenates the color a little bit.
Right. It looks a lot darker.
I think other than just these two little spots right here, that looks good. You want to see that?
Definitely.
All this, we're gonna spin around. Pull that up above you. Look, I can touch it, and it's still. Remember, I was touching it before, and it was looking great. Look at that now. Yeah. So it's just a matter of getting those little pieces there. How do you feel?
It's amazing.
I'm so happy with the result. Is there anything you want to change about it at all?
No, I wouldn't change it.
Oh my god! How do you feel?
I'm so happy.
Yours right that little shorter. But it doesn't feel like heavy amounts of product, huh?
No, it doesn't. It feels really, really light.
Do you sleep on like satin or silk pillowcases, bonnet?
I have a bonnet usually.
Perfect. That'd be the easiest way to maintain. As long as you're on some kind of satin or silk material, this is easy to maintain.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Of course, thank you for having me.
I'm so happy. This is probably like the best clear session I've ever had in my life. Yeah. Oh my god. Thank you so much.
Of course. Everyone having culture, you guys aren't into hugging them.
Oh, yeah, no.
Sorry about that. But anyways, anything at all you want to change, you really just want to do that.
I think this is perfect.
I love it.
Okay, thank you so much. Of course. Okay.
Bye.